but it's stuff you need to know to be able to discuss trigonometry with me. Okay? So we'll start with this real easy. What do you know about the hypotenuse? It's the longest side. How do you know that? Thank you. Right. The hypotenuse, everyone immediately says it's the longest side. You got out a ruler? No, you didn't. You did not actually measure that. You know this is the hypotenuse. Why? Because of what Jasleen just said. It is opposite the right angle. Now, this is very, very important. Highlight the word opposite. Somewhere on your page, define the word opposite. It means, in trigonometry, it means across the shape. So, here's the right angle. You go across the shape and you find the hypotenuse. Why am I making a big deal out of this? Because if I drew this triangle this way, some of you might not actually recognize that that is the hypotenuse. Okay? Or if I drew the triangle this way, does that look like a right angle? No. Is it a right angle? Why? Because it's got that symbol. Is everybody cool? Where's the hypotenuse in the one I just drew? Yellow, green, or blue? Blue. Wrong. None of them are a hypotenuse. Why? Because there's no right angle. Now where's the hypotenuse? Blue. Yay! Okay, everybody cool? What does opposite mean? Across. Good. Okay. The legs are the other two sides. And for Pythagoras, they are interchangeable. There is no differentiation between the legs. There is no order to write them in. There is nothing about them. They are just the legs. In trig, those legs are going to get special names. Okay? Now, how many of you in the 9th grade did any amount of trigonometry?
Oh, I did so much.
Really? Sweet. So, for some of you, what the heck? Hey. Okay. So for some of you, this first few days is going to be like, oh my God, really? But for half of you, you're really going to need it. So no big deal. Everybody is good with this, yes? Now, this is the way almost all of you were taught Pythagoras. A squared, B squared, C squared. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. That is a leg, that is a leg, and that is an hypotenuse, right? There is a problem with that because I've been teaching math for 20 years. Sometimes, just for fun, I draw a triangle like this. I say that's 3. I say that's 4. And I say this is B. And I ask you to solve it. and you do this. And then you tell me that this number is shorter than 4. And you actually hand it into me. Of course it's 5. But if you do a squared, b squared, c squared, and you are finding b, you forget that b is an hypotenuse. And you go to here and you go, oh, okay, so 3 squared plus b squared equals 4 squared. So 3 squared minus 4 squared equals b squared. And then you actually tell me that the hypotenuse is shorter than 4. So, that is why, ladies and gentlemen, I do not appreciate this. I do not like it at all. My grade 7 teacher, of whom I told you a story, taught us the square of the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle is equal to the squares of the other two sides, which means that squared, because that's a side, and that squared, because that's a side, equals the square of the hypotenuse. That way, no matter what letters or symbols I put there, you can't screw it up. Does everybody understand? Yeah. Awesome. So now, all of you in about 2 seconds should be able to tell me how big x is. Because, of course, it is the square root of one leg squared plus the other leg squared. That is the square root of 64 plus 225, which is the square root of 289, which is 17. Right? What is b? That one right there is the square root of 12 squared minus 8 squared. Why is it minus? Because I have the hypotenuse. You add the legs to find the hypotenuse. So if you have the hypotenuse, you must subtract a leg. Basic algebra, yes? I don't need to review basic algebra with everyone, do I? No. Good. So that is the square root of 144 minus 64, which is the square root of 80, which is about 8.9. Approximately. Everybody cool? And everybody knows this, yes? Yep. Arsh? Yes, I would rather you left it at square root of 80. We'll get to that in a minute. Toya?
So, when you get the answer of 8.9, do you care if I round up?
If you show me the work, that's what Arsh is asking. He's saying, can I leave it as root 80? That's what I would actually prefer. Okay? And see, when we have roots and powers here, when we get to roots and powers, we'll talk about why root 80 is better. But trigonometry is used to build stuff. And when you're building stuff, you can't say, I need a piece of wood that's the root of 80. Right? You need a number. Everybody cool? Okay, now, working with your partner or people around you, tell me if you can get that value of x. As drawn, you can't. Add the 90 degree, you can. No assumptions. When you make assumptions, you make an ass out of you and umption. Well, the saying is when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. But when you write assumption, you make an ass out of you and umption. I don't know who umption is, but he probably doesn't want to be considered an ass. Hey, I have 2 children, which makes me a dad, which means I am now let into the wonderful world of dad jokes. We have meetings every month that you guys don't even know about. Yeah. All right. Okay, stop. Stop. Can you do B?
Yes, you can.
Go. Tell me what it is. You got a moment.
100 plus 400 and 500. No, it is positive.
Natasha. Yes. Yes.
I got 33.6.
What did you do? Would you like the magic pen? Yes. No, no, no. It comes to her. It's wireless, baby.
Technology
Oh Lord, that scared me.
Yeah, my wife hates it when I clap my hands.
This is so weird.
I know. Everyone's like, oh, it's so easy, Myers. Why do you always screw up when you're writing?
Yeah,
It's totally hard. I know. Thanks, Natasha.
it's really hard. This is really hard. Okay.
He's amped, yo. He's amped.
Wow, look at that. I found myself.
That's what I did.
You're always right there.
Look at her. She is kicking ass and taking names.
Well, how'd you get out of
Keep going, sister.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Going.
That's what I did. Yeah.
And then I got.
She is going at it. She knows what she's doing.
Keep going. Stop. What are you doing?
Now I'm doing the other triangle.
Why?
Oh, what do you mean you can't?
It's not right.
It's not a right angle, honey.
I can't just add the right angle? Why?
I went to the bank today and I said, I have $1 million in my account. And they said, no, you don't. I said, yeah, I do. I just got my balance and got plus $1 million. And then I went and bought a new house.
Okay, the triangle has to have one right angle, and it can't be the bottom
Why
two.
does the triangle have to have one right angle?
Because that's how you find the Pythagoras thing.
You were doing good until now.
You were doing exactly right. You were doing exactly right. But now, you're stuck, aren't you? Because you do not know. Are you allowed to make that assumption? No! Or is poor Umption looking like an ass now? Everybody get it? Now, if I put that there, is Natasha's thinking okay? Yes. It is, isn't it? Right? Everybody with me? Okay. Now, let me ask you this. Is this possible? No, why not? Because this can't be 25, can it? Because we know this has to be the square root of 500, which is approximately 22.4. Everybody cool? So the only way to do B is if that's a 90-degreeer. And you can't assume it's a 90-degreeer unless you know it's a 90-degreeer. Everybody cool? Okay, now let me ask you this. What if I told you that this whole angle was 140, and I told you the green part was 50? Now could you do this question? Why? Because 140 minus 50 makes that 90. Why? What? That makes it okay, though, right? I can't say that, but you go ahead. I heard you say, I was like, is he doing a bit? I do the comedy in here, Arsh.
No, it just came out.
I'm just kidding. Arsh, relax, man. Relax. Everybody was very mean to Arshdeep. No, not you weren't mean, but everybody else was very mean to him. Why are you talking that way? You're in Canada. Okay, stop. 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 Is everybody good? When and only when can I use Pythagoras? When you know and can prove that it is a 90 degree triangle. Are you allowed to guess? No. Can you use other information to prove it? Kind of like this question. When we proved that was 90 by using 6, 8, and 10. Everybody cool? That looks like your house? What, you live in a Dr. Seuss book?
Yeah.
I would like to look at your house that's in a Dr. Seuss book. Do you live with a mouse?
What?
I would like to have a look at your house. If it's from a book. And do you live with a mouse? Hey. Yeah, down there. There's a house down by the border where the house has the railroad track, and in the back he's got a Dr. Seuss shed. It's like this with the crooked... Huh? What? Okay. How would I know that? You think I go home and stalk you people? I have access to all of their addresses. I will go to their houses and look at the outside. I think you do know, Toya. Yes, life is a strange thing. I have so little to do in my life with 5 people in my family, and the fact I go and do something all the time that I have memorized all your addresses and drive to all 120 of your houses daily to make sure everything is kosher. Turn the page over. Almost ruler time. We got a lot of stuff to do on this page before we break out rulers. All right. Listen, please.
I'll look it up. I'll tell you tomorrow. It's really gross.
I don't know why you're there.
Oh, yeah, that makes
It says vertex. I would have said it out loud, but I don't like talking over everyone. The blue angle is named either angle A or angle CAB or angle BAC. Please notice that the vertex is prominently featured in all of them. It is either the middle letter of the 3 points that make up the angle, or it is the corner itself. So what is the name of the yellow angle? It is either what? Angle C or ACB or BCA. Everybody cool? And then the green angle, duh, obviously. Angle B or angle ABC or C, angle CBA. Everybody should already know that. Yes? I'm sorry, you don't understand what? Angle That's the symbol for angle. And it goes A to C to B. So that is angle C. A, C, B. The vertex is the middle of it. Everybody cool? Everybody cool. Okay, that is the first rule. The second rule, angles are labeled in caps. That is why it is CAB, capital letters. Everybody good? What if who puts it in lowercase? You think I'm going to mark that wrong? No. Dude. Angles are capital. Okay? They just are. Is everybody good there? Okay. Third rule. Sides are named by their bordering vertices, which is the plural of vertex, bordering vertices, or by the opposite. What does opposite mean in trig? Or the opposite angle. Everybody cool? So now, here's what that means. The green side, the blue side, and the yellow side. So, the green side is either AC or CA, bordering vertices. Everybody with me? I don't like that because it's messy. Too many letters. I like the thing that's going to be in the highlight. That's why I put it there. The opposite angle. What is opposite to this green side? B. So this is side B. Rule 4, sides are labeled lower case. Is everybody with me? So what are the three names I could give the blue side? CB or BC, which I don't like. What do I like? Lil A. Okay? I used to have a girlfriend named Lilith, and we called her Lil. But her name was, of course, spelled Lilith. So I called her Lil Ith. Little Ith. Before we were dating, because I was in grade 10, and I still believe that if you liked a girl, you should bug her. No, that's still what teenagers do. Even though people give them advice to say, you really want to figure that out, try just talking. Don't throw rocks. So what would this side be? What's the way I wouldn't like this done? A, B, or B, A. And what's the way I would like it done? C. Lil C. Now, you must be comfortable with both, because I have taken your questions from various sources. And some of the sources do the AC thing, and some of the sources do the Lil B thing. You need to be aware of both. And you need to be aware that I prefer the small letter situation. Everybody cool? All right, now, great. Use what you just learned to name all three sides of the big triangle. Both ways. It should take like 10 seconds. What is this side? FD, DF, or Lily. What's this side? DE bleh, or ED bleh, or little f. Yeah. What's this side? FE or EF or lil d. Okay? And the fifth rule, triangles are named, actually all shapes, not just triangles. I shouldn't have said triangles. Triangles are named by their vertices. So the triangle up top, if I name this triangle ABC, I went A to B to C. Everybody cool? I also could have named it ACB, BCA, BAC, doesn't matter, yes? If I name this guy, if I name this top triangle ABC, and I tell you that the top triangle is similar to the bottom triangle, what must I name the bottom triangle? FED. Because I followed that yellow to blue to green. So I have to go yellow, blue, green. Is everybody cool? Now, you also should know everything on the back side of this. I hope. First thing we're going to talk about is we are not going to measure the angles because I don't have enough protractors. Okay? But I will tell you this. Angle A is, I seem to remember it is 32. And angle B is something like 67. And angle C, you should automatically know now. Why? Has to equal 180, right? So it's 999, so this is 81. Everybody cool? And over here, which angle in the other triangle matches up with A? Is it D, E, or F? F. So F is 32. E is 67. And D is? All right. Once two triangles have all the same angles, we say they are similar, which means some rules apply. The rules that apply are these. Everybody who has a ruler right now, measure all the sides. Half of you know where I am going. Half of you, all of you know will know where I'm going when I get there. Half of you already know where I'm going. Hey, Miss Stone. Everybody measure the sides. If you've got access to a ruler, do so. Centimeters.
My room is snapped. I'm actually gonna cry.
What great classes today. The kids are fantastic.
Over the moon. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot measure on my screen because my screen is not the same size as your paper, yes? So I need some of these measurements. Who has a measurement of A for me? Sean, hit me. 4.5 centimeters. Who has a B? 7.3. Okay, and who has a C? Nobody yet? Okay, I'll wait. It's no problem. It's no rush. 8.8. Cool. Who has a D? What? Yes. 13.9. Excellent. And side E? 11.5. And side F? 7 exactly? Cool. Okay. Now, we already know that the angles are all the same, so we're not caring about the angles. But down here, why am I comparing side A to side F? Because they're the same side in the triangles, yes? Side A goes between C and B, this short side, yes? And side F goes on the short side. Everybody cool? So, again, most of you know where I'm going with this. What is side A, which is 4.5, divided by side F, which is 7? What do I get? Use your calculator. 0.624. Everyone agree? Okay. What is side B, which is 7.3, divided by E, which is 11.5? 624. What is side C, which is 8.8, divided by 13.9? 0.633. Now, why aren't they all the same? Because we measured badly, right? We all used a ruler and we didn't take a lot of time. If we measured these exactly, what would we know about those decimals? They were all exactly the same, which is why we are able to draw a plan of a house and then actually build a house. Because this distance will compare to the giant distance on the house. Because they are similar shapes. How does this apply to you people? It applies to you people this way. How long was A? 4.5. How long was C? 8.8. How long was F? 7. And D is unknown. So, you know that 4.5 matches up with 7. 4.5 matches with 7. And you know that 8.8 matches with D, right? And because they are similar, you know from what we just proved that those decimals must be equal, correct? So, you do math to find D. How do you find it? Multiply the pair and divide the spare. And you will get that answer. Yes, I like to rhyme all the time. Is that a crime? Get me a lime. Everybody good? Everybody good? My initials are MC Myers. My rap name is, of course, MC Mars. Because in 1989, when rap was cool, that was my rap nickname. When rap first became cool, back when rap was good. No. No. Everybody cool? Everyone's cool? Everybody remembers this stuff, yes? How many people are new to the labeling of the triangles? Big letters, small letters? Okay. You really need to be good at that to do trigonometry. But there's not a lot to it, right? The side has a letter, look across, that's the angle. Okay? So in this triangle, if I tell you this is little n, little m, and little l, what are the sides? Where is big L? Top, left, or right? Right. Where's big M? Left. Where's big N? Top. Can everybody do it? Even if it's new to you? Sweet. All right. Now, your job, should you choose to accept it, you don't really get to choose to accept it, is Fiddy and Fiddy 1. It's Pythagoras. It will take like 2 minutes. No, you have 13 minutes right now. If you have leftover work, then you have homework. 10:48. Yeah, 50 and 51. Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow we will get right into trig. Now listen, please. Can I see that show of hands again? How many people have never done trig? Okay. I'm going to do a little bit of cheating and skip a bit of why trig works. And I'm going to get right into how trig works. I don't usually do that, but the majority of the class already gets the why. All right? So I will take literally 2 minutes tomorrow to talk about the why it works. Okay? Which should be all you need because you're a very intelligent group of young people. And all you should need is a moment of why it works. Okay? Okay.